We're going to be using Yummy Christmas tonight. And by the way, at the very end, we are having a online extravaganza sale this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in my online store. And I'm going to give you all the details of what's on sale. And there are 8 bundles that are on sale and ink pads and cardstock. So I'm going to give you all the details at the end for that, okay? All right. So we're going to be using Yummy Christmas tonight. And as I've already told you all, I love gingerbread. So when I saw this, I knew I had to do something with this set. And you can find it in your holiday catalog on page 23. And here it is. They've made a really cute card with this. And there's a note under here. And it says that this coordinates with the cuckoo clock dies. And I was thinking, you know what? I don't have the cuckoo clock dies. So I went to the annual catalog so I could check it out. So we're going to move over here to the annual catalog. And ladies, it's right here on page 29. Do you see that cute little cuckoo clock? It's right here at the bottom, and I can zoom out a little bit. Here is the Cuckoo for You stamp set. So the die to cut out the cuckoo clock cuts out the gingerbread house. Did everybody know that? Let's see, the holly right here is the same die that cuts out the reindeer. Same die. And this tree here, the tree die, cuts out this Christmas tree. So it's just really clever. Oh, one more. The gumdrop is this little door that goes on the cuckoo clock. It's the same die as the gumdrop. And so, of course, I had to buy the dies, right? And then after I bought the dies, I'm like, why didn't I get the stamp set? So you can bundle and save 10% with the Cuckoo for You. And then the stamp set's available in the holiday book for $16 US. And so if you look at the cuckoo, the little arms can move. And if you pull down on this little lever, the little door will open. All of these are moving parts, so it's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, Billy, you are so right. The circle, see the circle die is the peppermint. Thank you, Billy, for pointing that out. I honestly don't think I even noticed that. So that good eyes. So, and I always tell everyone, when you see a stamp set in the book and it's shaded, that means there's a die that cuts it out, okay? So in the holiday book, the house is shaded, the gumdrop, the peppermint, the holly, and the tree. So all these pieces are cut out with that cuckoo die, all right? So just wanted you to know where that was. Now I'm going to put up the measurements and I'll zoom in a bit. And if you'd like to do a screenshot or take a picture with your phone, you can certainly do that. I'm going to take a sip of water while you all take just a few minutes to do that. I'll slide it down a little bit. There will be the Facebook Live replay video of this project and the supply list. I'm going to put it on my blog on Thursday morning, okay? So this coming Thursday, supply list with measurements and the Facebook Live replay video, okay? Okay, I'm taking another sip of water here. Okay, so if you like the video tonight, if you share it, if you leave a comment, I am going to be mailing this project to you. I will mail it flat, okay? And then you can just put it together, all right? Well, I'm ready to get started, girls, and we're gonna start with our new Stampin' Trimmer, okay? And we're going to start with, now did I bring, hang on one second, looking for my paper. I do not see the Whisper White cardstock that we're using tonight. Okay, well now I'm gonna pretend, hi Trish, welcome. I'm going to pretend, ladies, that this has not been cut and scored, okay? Oh, here's my paper. It's right here. Oh, never mind. Okay, so here we go with your Whisper White paper. Now, I will tell you this. This is what I recommend. We sell thick Whisper White cardstock. It is a heavier weight. And because we're creating a box and we're going to put the room spray in the box, we need a weighted box, okay? So that's why I'm using my extra thick Whisper White cardstock. So I use this for card bases and I use this for 3D projects, all right? Don't have to use it for everything, but I do like it for card bases and 3D. All right, so we are going to get started. And the first thing you want to do is cut your Whisper White cardstock at 4.5 inches. And you can see, well, maybe I haven't done it. Hang on a second. 4.5. Oh, 4.5. I had it on 4.25. So 4.5 is right there. And then you take it and you're going to cut. Then take your Whisper White cardstock and take it to 5 inches over here and cut again, which I've already done, okay? But I will do the scoring with you. So we're on the 5-inch side, okay? So let's score on this side first. We're gonna go to 1 3/4 inches, and I'm gonna take my scoring blade and I'm gonna score. And it's thick paper, so it's okay if I run the scoring blade a few times, okay? All right, so it should be 1.5, and it looks like I just did 1 3/4. I cannot measure tonight. Hang on. Okay, let's look at this. Oh no, I was correct. On the 5-inch side, we're scoring at 1 3/4, which I did. Okay, I did it correctly. And then 3.25. I was looking at the wrong measurements. Okay, so now, ladies, this is on the 5-inch side. We've got 1 3/4 and 3.25 inches. And now I'm going to rotate the cardstock to the 4.5-inch side, and I'm going to put it on 1.5 inches. And I hope you all can see the inches okay. And then 3 inches. Okay, and this is going to make my box. And so now I'm going to move the trimmer out of the way. And I am going to, let's see how I want to do this. I think I will cut this way. This is, let's see which side this is. It really doesn't matter which side you cut, but we're going to cut on the 5-inch side, all right? And I am going to cut right on that score line, and I'm going to cut up to the very first score line, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing again on the 5-inch side. And now you can see how to cut it. So now we're going to rotate our paper around to the opposite side, and we are going to cut up to that score line again, and we're going to cut one more time. Now look, if you do not cut straight like me, not a big deal, okay? All right, I think we'll go ahead and get the box together, and then we're gonna work on the house, okay? All right, so here we go. I do wanna show you where to put your tear and tape, all right? So let me find my tear and tape. Now things have gotten really quiet, so please let me know that you are there and that everything is working okay. On my end, it says that I'm live and recording. So everything looks good on my end. You be sure to let me know if yours is okay, all right? You could also use Tombow liquid glue if you want. That's also an option. You just have to hold it a few minutes until it dries. Now, ladies, this is where I'm putting tear and tape, here and here, okay? I'm gonna try and make it super easy. Now I'm gonna lift up the middle, all right? And you'll see why I'm doing this in a minute. All right, so now I'm lifting up the middle. Oh, good, Linda, thank you for letting me know. And I'm gonna put the tear and tape here, all right? Okay, yeah, so I want it there on that side, and now I'm gonna put it on this side. So I'm actually putting it on the opposite side or on the back side, okay? So right here and here. Oh, good, Carol, I'm glad everybody's paying attention. And then on the inside here and here, okay? Now, whoever wins this tonight, you'll get a box that looks like this, and you'll just put it together, all right? All right, so what we'll do is, we're gonna go ahead and peel that paper off, and you can use your take your pick tool, or you can use your paper snips. And then I am actually going to bring up the side, just like that, and now it's together, okay? And this is gonna be the inside of the box. So the reason I did this, and I can show you on the original, the reason I tape those insides is so it stays flat. On the original, ladies, see how, you see that flap? You can see it on the inside, all right? It's not really taped down. And so that's why I'm showing you to go on and tape these inner ones, okay? The ones in the middle, tape on the back, okay? Hi, Melinda. Thank you for watching tonight. Hi, Lisa. Welcome from Maine. Awesome, ladies. All right, so now we're ready to put this piece together, all right? So we're gonna peel off the tear and tape here, and then I'm going to bring this up, okay? And now we have a beautiful box, and our little Bath and Body room spray is gonna fit inside. So we're gonna come back to this later, okay? We're now gonna do some stamping and some coloring, all right? Okay, and while I'm getting things together, for those of you just joining us, these are the measurements for the box, and these are the Stampin' Blends that I'm using tonight to color. So you can take a screenshot, or you can take a picture with your phone, either way. Okay, so I'm gonna move that out of the way now. And I am going to bring in some Whisper White cardstock. Again, it's really a great idea to use our thick Whisper White because it's going to make the house very sturdy. So you may want to consider that, but you can use a regular Whisper White cardstock too, okay? Welcome back, Irma. We're happy to have you. All right, so here's my gingerbread stamp. Here's the house. And it's a photopolymer stamp set, all right, which is great, so we can see right through it. I've also made a little note to myself to stamp an extra gingerbread boy, okay? So it's a fairly large stamp. It's using block, see if I can find the block letter, block E, okay? And so I'm going to turn it upside down, and I am going to ink it this way. Now, I am using black Memento ink. Since we are coloring with Stampin' Blends, we need to use the black Memento. So when we color, the black ink doesn't run into the color, okay? Does that make sense? We don't want the black ink to mix with their beautiful Stampin' Blend colors. Okay, I think I've inked it enough. All right, here we go. And so I'm actually going to stamp it right here. And I should have brought my pad over here to give this photopolymer stamp some padding. So hopefully I'm pressing hard enough. I'm not pressing on a wood table. And so sometimes you need a little extra cushioning. Yeah, you see what happened? All right, I'm gonna try again. All right, never fear, I have more of these stamped. Okay, and you know what? I can't use that. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. All right. Instead of inking it up again, although I do want this cute little gingerbread boy, and he turned out perfect, so I'm good to go. Okay, so things you want to remember with your stamping. You want to ink up your photopolymer stamp really well with black ink, okay? And if you're not on a wood surface, you definitely want to use our Stampin' Mat, which I didn't bring over to my table tonight. I'm stamping on a one of those portable folding tables tonight, okay? Not a lot of cushion. And you want that cushion, so use your Stampin' Mat, okay, or the pad. All right, let's see, Billy's asked me a question. Hi, Peggy, welcome. Billy's asking, can you color with markers also or only with the blender pens? Billy, that's a great question. If you use our Stampin' Right markers, you're going to get streaks. It's not going to be smooth coloring and it's not going to blend. Now, if that's all you have, give it a try, okay? But if you do have the blends, use those, okay? All right, so ladies, here we are. You can see that I have one stamped beautifully. And I cut it out with the cuckoo clock die, just like that, all right? Now, there isn't a die for this adorable little gingerbread boy, okay? But we're going to color one and pop one up, all right? But let me show you how I colored my gingerbread house, and then I'm gonna show you the finished product. I'm just taking another sip of water. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in my light crumb cake and my dark crumb cake. And here's a quick tip for you with the Stampin' Blends. Yes, Mary Kay, it doesn't only happen to you. This happens to me. I am not a pro. Okay, sometimes it can be really hard to see dark crumb cake. I mean, really hard. And so I used my brother P-Touch label machine and the 1/4-inch label tape, and I decided to label all of my markers, and it's just so much easier for me to see. So anyway, that's just a quick little tip for you if you want to give it a try. For those of you who may not be using Stampin' Blends, there are two marker tips. There's a thin one and there's a brush one. So I'll show you the brush. It's right there. So if you've got a big area to color, this is the one to use. If you've got little areas to color and you need more control in that little space, then use the little fine point pen, okay? So where's my house? Here it is. Okay, so I want you all to be able to see me color. I'm gonna use the dark crumb cake, and I'm gonna use it to color the roof, okay? So I'll be going around the roof. I'm trying to miss those peppermints, okay? That's what I'm trying to miss. And you're going to do the entire roof in the dark crumb cake, okay? Now, if you want to go back and add some light crumb cake, you can certainly do that, okay? All right. All right, so that's what the dark looks like, and you can go in and add some light if you want and just blend those two together, okay? Also, with the dark crumb cake blend, since I have it in my hand, I am going to color the gingerbread boy with that, okay? So he gets colored. Whoops, I just colored over his little stripe. You see what I did there? That little stripe, but I will fix it in a second if I can. All right, so this is a really fine little area. So you got to be really careful when you color this sweet little guy. All right, So you can see how I'm going around everything. All right. All right, so that little part is done with the dark. And by the way, sometimes the blends can be really hard to pull the cap off, and sometimes it can be hard to put the cap back on. And the reason for that is so that the ink will not evaporate. This is an alcohol-based marker, so it needs to seal so that it doesn't dry out, okay? All right, so yeah, Gail is asking Santa for a P-Touch. I love my P-Touch machine. Use it for everything. I'm going to use the dark shaded spruce, and I'm going to go in and color his buttons. Now, ladies, if you want your little gingerbread boy to have red buttons or green buttons or daffodil, you can do that. It doesn't have to be the shaded spruce. You can use Daffodil Delight, you can use Cherry Cobbler, okay? So that's how you're gonna color him. Oh, and the little pebbles here, the little sidewalk, I'm also doing those with the dark crumb cake, okay? So that's how that's done. And then I'm going to fill in the house with the light crumb cake. Now, don't forget the hole here. This wreath is hanging on the gingerbread house. And so you're going to want to make sure that you actually get that little piece colored. And I've left that off plenty of times, okay? Now at this point, you are going to be coloring the house. And I'm going to show you some little areas that need to be colored. This is the lighter one. So you've got to go around all these little pieces. Okay, and you're going to color the entire house. And I'm just doing areas just to kind of show you where it goes. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to color that. Let's see, you're going to color in here. All right, and I have been coloring so many gingerbread houses that my marker is drying up. Okay, but I think you get the idea with the house. What you're doing is you're coloring in all this white area. You're working around the wreath. You're working around the candy cane. You're working around the windows, okay? But this little piece and this piece is the house, all right? And let's see, let's do, let's go ahead and do our candy canes. And I like to color every other little space, okay? All right, so here's this one. And let's see, let's do this candy cane. And I do them the very same. All right, and then that's a little piece of the candy cane there, okay? So that's for the candy cane. And I'm actually, I think on my instructions, I said dark, which I might want to use dark. This is the light, by the way. So I'm putting berries on in the light cherry cobbler, but I may go back and add. And to be honest, when I color, I usually end up using both the light and the dark, okay? I like to use the dark to do the outlines of things and the lines in the stamped image. And then I like to take my light blend and start moving that ink. So I'll show you what I mean by moving the ink. This is the dark cherry cobbler. And so now I'm going to go back in and see that dark is going to blend with the light. And so now that's just a little bit darker than the berries. Now with the wreath, I did use the dark shaded spruce, okay? And so here, you're going to color between all of these little berries. So it's important to use the fine tip, all right? So here we are. Just pretend that I'm coloring the entire wreath with the green. Oh, and gumdrops. Let me do one of those on this side. And I'll do one on this side. And it doesn't matter which gumdrops. You could do a lighter. If you want to use the light shaded, you could do your gumdrop in that. Here's the dark Daffodil Delight. And so one of my gumdrops is going to be yellow, like dark daffodil. And now I'm going to go in here to the windows and I'm going to color those in. Okay, so the little window panes are going to be yellow. It looks like someone has the light on inside the house. All right. And I think that might be, oh no, I haven't done the peppermints. So let's do the peppermints a little bit. Peppermints. I'll use dark for this. You could use the light cherry cobbler. And again, for this, I just color the little shapes opposite of each other. And you do you do all your little peppermints, okay? And you do that all the way around. Oh, and I do need a red gumdrop. So I'll do that with the dark. You could use the light cherry cobbler. And also, you can always start out with your light Stampin' Blend. And if it's too light, then use your dark and blend those together. All right, and so now I'm going to show you my finished gingerbread house. And here it is right here. And you can tell on this one, I used the light shaded spruce on these little ruffles, okay, because that's lighter. And then the buttons, I did dark shaded spruce, but the buttons would be super cute with the cherry cobbler. And of course the white part, that is your snow, all right? And I just remembered we're actually going to use this gingerbread boy and we are going to cut him out because we're gonna pop up this little guy. Now you're gonna have to watch me fussy cut, okay? It shouldn't take me too long, so just hang with me and then we're ready to put the house together. So it's gonna be super easy to do. All right, so this is a great time if any of you have questions. Lee is asking, what's the difference between the light, dark, and combo in the annual catalog? That is a great question. You can purchase the light Stampin' Blend for $4.50. You can purchase the dark Stampin' Blend for $4.50. Or you can buy the combo pack, which is the light and the dark together for $9. So that's what it means by combo pack, okay? Excellent question. All right, anybody else have any questions like that? You know, we have a lot of Stampin' Blends in our annual catalog, and they are just beautiful, beautiful colors. And I really should share that page number with you. They really make a nice Christmas gift from Santa. You could get a few colors, or you could get all the colors. All right, so here's my little gingerbread boy. And before I finish up with him, let me just look in the annual book, ladies. And let's look at the blends real quick so that you know where they are. They are towards the back. And I think they're after embellishments. Yep, right here. After embellishments, page 179. These are all of our coloring tools. And we even have end colors. We have Rococo Rose. Let's see, Pretty Peacock. Seaside Spray, Purple Posy. So some of the end colors are even in here. So there's the light, the dark, and the combo is both colors. Now there isn't a savings when you purchase the combo, but you can use one item number instead of having to write 2 item numbers, all right? Okay, so yeah, I wanted to show you that. And I also want to show you with my fussy cutting, do you see a little bit of white here and there? I can either cut that off or I can take my blend and now I am going to just shade those, and you may not be able to see this. I'm shading the areas that are white where I really didn't get it cut, okay? Ooh, I know you can't see it. So I'm just kind of going around his body, all right, with the dark crumb cake, making sure there is no white showing, just in case I missed something when I was fussy cutting, all right? So there he is, he's all done. I'm gonna move the markers out of the way now. And I'm going to bring in our little box that we've already made. All right, let's see, Lee, if you still have our blendabilities, our older alcohol-based markers, give them a try. If they're not dry, use them, color with them. If they are dry, then go on and toss them, okay? But the Stampin' Blends, I mean, they last forever. All right, ladies, so we've got the front of our house and we are going to need a back. And so I did take the cuckoo clock die and I did cut this out in crumb cake. You could also use soft suede if you want, all right? So we've got a house for each side. Now we're ready to adhere this. And do you see where that little seam is? Well, I really don't want anybody to see that. And so I'm gonna make sure my house covers up that seam, okay? If you turned it this way, you're gonna see the seam from the side of the house. So I'm just gonna be sure that I have that ugly little piece covered up. I am gonna use Tombow for this. And I'm going to spread it right on this box, all right? I really didn't need that much glue, by the way. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to add this to the box, and it gives me wiggle room, and that's why I like using the Tombow glue for this. I've got my wiggle room for moving the house, and you see that little point? I have to be sure that it's on the box. If I don't, the box will be crooked when I set it up. I hope that makes sense. So there it is right there at the very end of the box, right on the edge, okay? All righty, I'll go ahead and turn it over. I know that that is drying. So, and you know, at home you can wait a bit. You won't, you know, you'll have the time because of the camera and video, you know, I don't want to take forever, so. Let's go ahead and we're going to glue this side of the box as well. All right, there we go. And now we're going to put this on right there. And I just kind of center it and make sure that point is right along that edge, okay? We can't have it like this because it won't stand up straight, okay? So there we go. Y'all let me know if you have any more questions. Oops, I want to center that. Yep, I think that'll work. That's why I like the Tombow. I can wiggle that around. We're going to give that a few minutes to dry, and we're going to go over to our little spiced gingerbread room spray. Now, these little guys are at Bath & Body, and they can be pretty pricey. They're about $7.50 each. Sometimes they have two for $15, okay, which is $7.50. I think they must be $7.95 each then. There's just a tiny savings. Sometimes they go on sale. And last Friday they were on sale for $2.95 each, okay? So look for Bath & Body sales. You might want to subscribe to their mailing list because they do a special every day during Christmas, okay? So anyway, that's where that came from. And I designed the box to fit this room spray, okay? You can definitely put candy in the box, okay? You don't have to use this. But I couldn't resist. I saw it in the store and I thought, my gingerbread stamp. So that's where the inspiration came from. We're going to work on a little tag. And so I am going to bring in what we need for the tag. And you're going to notice that I have two little shapes here. I'm going to show you where they're from. They're from the Ornate Frames, and they were part of the Monster Bash suite. And it's this little one right here that I'm using tonight, all right? And then I also cut one out in garden green. So they're two of the same size, and that's what we're using this evening. I have a big surprise for you. These Ornate Frames are going to carry over into the brand new mini. All right, so if you don't have them yet, snag them up. There are more stamp sets to come that coordinate with the Ornate Frames. So I'm very excited about that because I've used this all fall for different things. All right, you're gonna also notice that there's a hole punched, and I did that. I used my this is an eighth, gosh, I don't know if you can see it. It's an 1/8 of an inch circle punch. And there is the little punch right there that I put in there, okay, for my tag. We are gonna stamp first, and we're gonna stamp from our house to yours. And I wanna show you where that stamp set is from. It's from Itty Bitty Christmas. Itty Bitty Christmas is in the holiday book, and it's also a bundle. It has coordinating dies. And let me see if I can put my finger on that for you real quick, just so you know. Sometimes I can find these things easily, and sometimes I can't. So I see it. Hang on. All right. So here is Itty Bitty Christmas at the very bottom of the page. And here are the bundles that coordinate with it. And looking at these metallic inks, only silver is now left, the Delicata silver ink. So if you don't have silver, you need to pick that up, okay? All right, so yeah, this has 18 different greetings, and I have been using it with all my Christmas projects. I really like it. And so there's the stamp from our house to yours. All right. And I realize that we're at 1 hour, and I try not to keep you too long, so we should be done shortly, okay? All right, so we're gonna stamp. Of course, if you're at home, you can stamp it on scrap paper and then cut it out. Oh good, I did it, first try. Okay, so from our house to yours, and do you know why I chose that sentiment? Because it has the word house in it. From our house to yours. And I thought it went great with the gingerbread house. So that's why I did that. Whoa, I just lost all my tools here. Hang tight. Let me stand everything up. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna use some Whisper White twine. This was probably in one of my paper pumpkins, all right? There's always leftover supplies from paper pumpkin. I'm gonna thread this through, if I can. There we go. All right, and I'm gonna tie it in a minute, okay? But I wanted to get that through, and I'm gonna show you a little tip here. I'm so glad y'all are having fun. I'm having fun too. I just hope I'm not, I hope you're having fun, exactly, and not being bored. All right, so now what I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna take garden green, and I'm gonna move it this way, ladies, and I am going to layer. Check it out, a little layer. And now I'm going to take, now these are from Toll Tidings, okay? They're in the very front of the holiday catalog. And I'm going to use one of these little guys, and I'm just gonna put one on here, okay? Or maybe I should do a second one. We'll see how we like it. We may like it, we may not. All right, so there we are. We've got our little embellishment there for you to see. And now I'm going to take this and our cherry cobbler striped ribbon. And I think I can find this for you quick in the book. Hang tight. Here it is, page 25, cherry cobbler diagonal stripe ribbon right there. All right, and we are going to use a little bit of this. Hang on, I have a long piece here. And of course, I'm not going to need all this. You're going to need, I mean, maybe you want 16, 18 inches. I don't know if you need that much. You know, if you don't think you're very good at tying bows, then go ahead and cut about 18 inches, and that's going to give you plenty of ribbon, okay? All right, so here I am. I think I'll zoom out just a little bit, and then I'm going to, oh, you know what? This is what I meant to do. Hang tight. That's why I did the tag. All right, I'm going to take this tag, okay? Let me find the front of it. Hang on. And I'm going to tuck it under this. This is just like tying your shoe, okay? All right. There we go. So now I have that done. And hopefully this is going to work. I did it a different way last time. Now this time I'm going to try. Okay, tightening up again. All right. All right here. And of course you don't have to have the tag, but I couldn't resist the words. All right. And now I'm going to tie my bow. And you know what? This may not work. We will see. I may have to just go back and do it a totally different way. All right. There we go. It actually did work. And you could leave yourself a little more twine than what I did. All right, hang tight. I am just kind of poofing up my bow here. Let me get my fingers in there. All right, and now I'm going to cut that on the diagonal, cut that on the diagonal. All right, and there we go. All right, and then you just kind of fiddle with your bow till you get it like you want it, okay? And then our house should be dry now. Yes, it is. And our room spray fits inside, just like that. Thank you, Carol. I know I love the striped ribbon. If you all purchased my ribbon share, you have 2.5 yards of this, okay? Gorgeous ribbon. All right, I had another comment. Let's see. Lee, the Spiced Ginger Room Spray can be found at Bath and Body, okay? And so now that's all done, and I will do a drawing to see who wins this tonight, and I'm gonna mail the box flat, okay? So you can just put it together. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, guys. I love this. We might do another one. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot the little gingerbread boy. We're gonna even make it cuter. So let's put mini dimensionals on him, and I'll zoom in so you can see him. And then I'm going to show you what's going to be on sale Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I am going to have my own little special, okay? So now we're just going to put that little guy. Let's pop him up. Isn't he precious? And now let's add some red dots, ladies. These are red rhinestones from the annual catalog. Yes, there will be a supply list. You will find it on Thursday morning on my blog, along with measurements, okay? So now we have a 3D little gingerbread boy. I'm so glad you liked everything, Carol. I'm happy that I brightened up your day. Okay, ladies, well, gosh, I have kept you so long this evening, which is something I try not to do, but I hope you enjoyed tonight's projects. You may see this little guy again. I've got some other ideas for this, so we might see something again next week. Hope the coloring helped you, and I hope the instructions helped. If you have any more questions, just leave them on my Facebook post, and I can answer from there. And I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to do a drawing to see who's taking this home tonight, okay? And I'll notify you. Have a great Monday evening. Oh, by the way, I will see you next Monday evening, November 25th at 7:30, okay? So next Monday, 7:30. I'll go ahead and post this right over here. It has been a pleasure, and I'm so happy you didn't miss either, Carol. So glad all you ladies were with me tonight. So thanks so much. Next Monday night, November 25th, 7:30 p.m. See you soon. Bye.